can you back up a bit? You're in my space. Thank you. Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. Today, I'm going to show you all of the mainly rock music books I have. I've done kind of this idea before, but I just have so many books that it's kind of like show and tell, and I'll just kind of quickly tell you if I like them or not, or, you know, there's some I like more than others, and some I would definitely recommend. So I'm going to start with 3 books by the author Luca Peresi. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Peresi. Anyway, he's a Facebook friend, and I had intended to interview him before when this Volume 1, Paul McCartney, Music is Ideas, The Story Behind the Songs, Volume 1, 1970-1989, when I bought this. And I don't know. There's times when I just feel there's better people out there to interview, especially authors of books. Because of the way I read books, I don't read from start to finish. I'm just all over the place. It's just, you know, the way it is with me. But I end up reading, you know, usually the whole book. And I just wanted to mention that this book is excellent. I bought it last year. It goes into real detail about each and every song that Paul recorded, even some, you know, like songs that weren't released. So this covers 1970 to 1989. And I do want to interview him in the maybe early in the new year once I read more of the latest book, which is Volume 2, which I just bought a couple of days ago. There it is. And this one is hardcover. And I've only just started to read it. And once again, I just started, you know, at no particular place. And so, like I said, it covers 1990 to 2012. And I'll show you just one, just to get an idea. Yeah, like there's songs Apple Tree, Cinnabar, Amber, which I've never heard of. And it has a little segment on that. Yeah, so he goes into each album, like Driving Rain, and then talks about the album, and then goes into each and every song. It also mentions when it was recorded, who's on the recording. Like there's the song Magic from Driving Rain, and then a long page on the song. So I highly recommend this, unless you're not a Paul McCartney fan. And the other one I have by Luca is Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run, The Story of a Classic Album. And it's interesting too. I learned some stuff I did not know. And it's got pictures in it too. So yeah, check these out on Amazon or his website. I'll try and remember to have a link below. Okay, I'm going to speed up this video now. Besides books, I buy, you know, music magazines, but lately, you know, I usually buy the UK magazines, Uncut, Mojo, but I've kind of, because they're so expensive, they're like $20 or more, I kind of just stick mainly to Record Collector. So I enjoy these. And there's a Beach Boys. Yeah, I buy these too. Record Collector Presents, and this one is on the Beach Boys. And Ultimate Genre Guide for Glam, which is from Uncut Magazine. And of course Sparks are in this, but I never considered Sparks a glam band. I don't think they did either. And then I've got probably maybe 40 of these. I'll just show you a couple of them. On Track, every album, every song. There's one for Procol Harum and The Clash. And there's one coming out on Sparks, December 20th. And it's just this person's opinion on each song on the albums. And it's interesting. I enjoy these. There's two more. And like I said, I've got probably 40 or 50 of these. Okay, and then I've got 3 of these. They're all over the place here. I'll try and get them. As some of you know, I've become a huge Beach Boys fan, and this series, it's 3 books by Andrew Hickey, highly recommended. The Beach Boys, 1961 to 1969. He just goes through the albums and the songs with, you know, his opinion. And there's volume 2 and volume 3, so it covers their whole discography. Highly recommended. This one, we postponed the CD exchange again because, you know, the weather's bad and everything, but we are going to do it at some time with Glenn Kellaway from the Basement. And I'm going to give him this book. I've finished reading, all over the place though. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. If you're a fan of them, this is an excellent book. And it really, you know, for a band that promoted peace and love, they sure fought a lot. And, you know, the egos and everything and the drugs. And so it's kind of almost depressing sometimes. It's like, get your act together. Although, sadly, it's a bit too late for that with the passing of David Crosby. If you're a Frank Zappa fan, this is highly recommended. Like I said, I need to go through this fairly quickly. Lou Reed, The King of New York. Excellent read. I'm a big Lou Reed fan. Beefheart, Captain Beefheart, Through the Eyes of Magic by John Drumbo French. They're the drummer for Captain Beefheart. This is a big book, and supposedly he wasn't completely happy with it because it wasn't edited, but there's just so much in here. So it's still excellent. I highly recommend it. Dennis Dunaway, his book on Alice Cooper, the bassist for Alice Cooper. Here he is there. Excellent book. John Anderson and the Warriors, The Road to Yes. It goes into his, you know, his backstory. This is an excellent book. He played with his brother for a few years. He's one of these two, because his brother looks like him. I think that might be John there. Yeah. This one I got for $3. Me, the Mob, and the Music by Tommy James. Great 60s, 70s artist. It's a good book. Revolver, How the Beatles Reimagined Rock and Roll. Excellent book. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Something a little different. Star Trek Memories, William Shatner. If you're a Star Trek fan, this is an excellent book. Another FAQ, frequently asked questions, the Doors. So yeah, I'll just keep repeating myself. All of these books I enjoy, or I still wouldn't have them. Another Beach Boys book, Back to the Beach. Excellent. Geddy Lee, My Effin' Life. A great read. Four Sides of the Circle, the Beatles' second phase, 1970-1974. Some of these they're from a few years back, so you might not even remember. But like I said, I have them here, so I guess I enjoyed them. This one is probably the best one if you're a Frank Zappa fan. The Big Note, a guide to the recordings of Frank Zappa. Look how thick that is. That's what she said. It goes through all of his songs. It's almost too much. And same with, this is a heavy book. David Bowie, all the songs, the story behind every track. And then this is an excellent book. Just lots of pictures and lots of details about each and every song. So if you're a David Bowie fan, highly recommended. Then of course this, the heaviest book of them all, because it's 2 volumes, Paul McCartney, the lyrics. That Molly bought me. Thank you, Molly. It's so heavy. I'm really into the band Can in the past year or so, and there's a book on them. It's called All Gates Open, the Story of Can. Once again, a very big book. And there's pictures inside. Some of these were, I think, gifted to me by viewers. The Ballad of John and Yoko. The Editors of Rolling Stone. Another good book for the Doors, Riders on the Storm. John Densmore, their drummer. Another paperback, John Lennon, 1940-1980, In His Own Right and Spaniard in the Works, his two books together in one book. This one, actually, I wasn't that impressed with, and neither was Glenn. I lent it to him. Stephen Wilson, limited edition of 1. It was... it was just okay. And then Lennon Remembers, another one gifted to me, is Rolling Stone interviews in the early 70s. Another another Captain Beefheart book, Lunar Notes, Zoot Horn Rollo's Captain Beefheart Experience. Three Dog Nightmare by Chuck Negron, if that's how you pronounce his last name. Yeah, this is quite the story. Another non-related it's not music related. It's TV related. I'm a big fan of The Office. And this is an excellent book about The Office. yeah, the cast talks about episodes and everything, and really good. Yeah, I bought this. I'm just interested in, you know, the actual story of Titanic, and so I enjoyed reading that. Well, not enjoyed. This one is kind of in rough shape, but Barden Popoff. He's written a lot of rock books, including Blue Oyster Cult, and this one is excellent. Agents of Fortune, the Blue Oyster Cult story. The Strawberry Bricks Guide to Progressive Rock, 3rd edition, talks about all of the known and kind of unknown prog rock bands. This one is another very good book, The McCartney Legacy, Volume 1, 1969 to 1973. Looks like Paul had some tomato soup. Oh, there's more. Yeah, this one, the Beatles, Get Back. You know, a book like this, it's, you know, really nice pictures and all that, but you go through it once or twice and then it kind of sits on the shelf. But, you know, I'm still glad I have it. Another one. The Beatles, 10 Years That Shook the World, from Mojo Magazine. And like that David Bowie book, this one is for Queen, all the songs, the story behind every track. Like I said, it's almost too much because they recorded a lot of songs and it goes into a lot of detail on each and every one of the songs that they recorded. Another David Bowie book, The Complete David Bowie, expanded and updated, new edition. Yeah, another that goes into a lot of detail on his songs. I don't have the cover for this, but this is Lou Reed by Anthony D. Curtis. A Sparks book, and I did have a couple of earlier Sparks books that I kind of regret now, but I sent them to one of my viewers about over 10 years ago. But I have this one, In the Words of Sparks, Selected Lyrics, edited by Ron Mael and Russell Mael, introduction by Morrissey. Well, it's just, you know, just some of their song lyrics. But it's a very nice, classy book to have. And then two more. In Your Mind, Yoko Ono, The Infinite Universe of Yoko Ono by Madeline Boccaro. And I interviewed Madeline a few months back about this book. It is superb. And I think that's it except for this book here. Yeah, this one is excellent too if you're a Monkees fan. Long title, Looking for the Good Times, Examining the Monkees Songs One by One. There it is there. So yeah, there's two authors, Michael and Mark, and they sometimes disagree on certain songs, and it just makes for an interesting read. Highly recommended, like I keep saying, and that's it. There's probably a book or two more around somewhere, but that'll do for now. Thank you for watching. Remember to like this video, leave a comment below. What are some of your favorite music-related books? And please subscribe, and remember I've got 2 channels. So the links will be in the pinned comment below. Bye.